Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Today is Tuesday, January 28th, and wow, what a crazy day. We had a lot going on. What's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with, it looks like they launched a new AI project. We'll talk about that. Again, I know we talked DeepSeek yesterday, but even another one came out. And I kind of broke it down, really did some research on what they're doing and what's making it better. And I'll give you kind of like one thing I do try and do on this show is give you an easy way to understand what's happening in the market. Because I get it. Sometimes you start reading this stuff and it's over your head, over my head. I start going in 5 and 6, 7 times trying to figure it out, right? Because one thing I am good is trying to follow the money. I'm all about following the money. So here's what's going on in Bitcoin. I hope you guys are on a fantastic evening. Bitcoin right now, as we're speaking, is trading at 101,975. It had some definitely volatility today, and I think a lot of that is due to just speculation on tomorrow's FOMC meeting. What is Powell going to do? What's he going to say? Is he going to cut rates again? We'll talk about that too. I don't think so. I really don't think that's what's going on. But what a way to start the day, right? This morning we had, Senator Cynthia Loomis. She proposed. I may have butchered her name. I don't know if it's Cynthia Loomis. Senator Loomis. I apologize. She butchered. She proposed buying 200,000 Bitcoin annually for the next 5 years. Right. That is super strong. She's talking about buying $2 billion worth of Bitcoin a year, right? Herself. So. And her objective is to have half of the U.S. national debt within 2 decades, right? She wants it covered in just Bitcoin profits. The potential to drive government-led Bitcoin adoption. She was actually saying, and this was pretty cool, she'll have other, and she's right. If we go ape into Bitcoin as a country, you're going to see other countries are going to do it, right? So you already have El Salvador doing it. You have Germany talking about doing it. Germany actually sold their Bitcoin and now they're getting back in the mix. But what will happen is these guys will be chasing Bitcoin, not chasing rockets and missiles and best, latest, greatest weapons, right? There's a race going on right now. I hate to tell you guys, I tell you, if you don't see it, it's insane. You got a race between China and the U.S. on this AI front. Who's going to be the forefront? Who's going to be the leader? Because this new technology is groundbreaking, right? It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the world, and it is already here. And we're going to talk about what China did. They launched another one today. I'll give you kind of the insight on that. I can't believe we haven't heard more on that today, but maybe we did. Like I said, I've been running errands. My wife had a lot of honeydews today, but I'm excited. There's so much happening. And we'll talk right now. Looking at tomorrow's FOMC meeting, right? My expectation and the expectations I think of most is they're going to hold the rates the same. I mean, I can't imagine them dropping the rates right now. It's basically the market's steady. It's not going up too fast. It's not going up too slow, but he's going to hold the rates right now. And, if he does hold the rates, it's just going to be dovish, right? It may boost stocks a little bit, but it could trigger some volatility, right? So crypto, Bitcoin may rise if the dollar weakens, and that we'll talk about that too. The DYI, if that weakens, that could rise Bitcoin. But it's up in the air, and it really depends on what Powell says. It always does. So you could see some volatility, but that's always temporary. We'll see what happens. What's insane is guys sell off. They do it early. They sell off a little bit early just in case, and then they try and buy back right away. If the guy comes out and says he's lowering 0.5% tomorrow, boom, it's off. It's on. I'll tell you, it will be rocket ships everywhere. I do not see that, but we will see what Mr. Powell does. He's always, but there's actually so much other great news today. So what else is going on? XRP. I talked to you guys yesterday about XRP possibly being put in. Musk was tweeted about it possibly going into his Doge Department of Government Efficiency, using blockchain to track, different departments in the government. I know that Trump made some moves today. Not everyone's happy about it, but he's cut some programs, or at least he's slowed some programs down. I know I heard something. I was reading an article that we were sending 57 million. I think it was Gaza. I don't know if it's Gaza to provide condoms. I mean, that's a lot of money for condoms. There's a lot of sex happening there for 57 million. Shoot, that's a lot of condoms. But I don't. Who am I? I don't know anything. I guess I'm just a car guy from from the Salinas, who just loves crypto. I love the space, and I like to just try and break down what's happening for everybody. So XRP, what is going on? XRP and Ondo today, they actually put together a partnership. I mean, they announced that this morning. That was super bullish. I am super bullish on XRP. Like I told you guys yesterday, I was sitting back working out what it would take for XRP to hit $100, what kind of market cap it would put it at. I mean, it's pretty insane. And as I really looked at it, not impossible, right? Not impossible. Hey, I'm not saying it's going there. Again, do not take anything I say as financial advice. I do own bags of XRP, right? I do own a small bag of Ondo, so again, do not take anything I say as financial advice, but you do your own research. But I'm bullish on both those projects. Ondo Finance basically specializes in tokenizing real world assets, right? And XRP, so this would help in what we're talking about with the Doge program. XRP's integration to streamline cross-border payments and strengthen the bridge between traditional finance and blockchain, right? So between those two products, I mean, that's pretty strong. I mean, it's really, we're talking both are billion-dollar projects, right? Even Ondo, I'm going to say, had a $4.2 billion market cap. I mean, XRP is through the roof. It's the third largest crypto in the world. But right now, what is Bitcoin trading at? Like I said earlier, Bitcoin's trading at this second at 102.049. It's a little over 0.5% in the last 24 hours. It's got a resistance. It looks like it's got a pretty heavily resistance level at 103.640 and a support level of about 100,190, right? So, it did break through that support this morning or this afternoon. It was probably like 1 o'clock, right around the night. Like I told you, 99,000. I think it was 99,008, 90 somewhere in that range, and then bounced back. But that has been the support, and if it breaks through that support, it probably goes down to 97 again. But I see it holding pretty strong. I'm a big Bitcoin believer. I know what's going on right now. There's a lot of manipulation. A lot of people want to get you to sell your Bitcoin. I ain't selling, right? I have to sell sometimes just to keep the boat blowing. But it's not because I'm selling because I'm panic selling at all. I'm going to be honest. I try and stack as much as I can, and I always try and buy back, right? Even at more. Sometimes it costs me more, but it is what it is, right? Life happens. But let's talk about a little bit about automotive news. There's some, like I said, it's Guru's Garage. So those are my two passions. Cars. I love selling cars. If you don't know anything about me, I've been in the car business my entire life, right? I'm 51 years old. I've been in the car business since I was 18. I've done almost every job in the store. I'm a general manager of 2 dealerships right now in sunny Salinas, California. So if you're in the market, let me know. And I do take Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Cardano. I take probably 22 different cryptos, right? And we do have 23 or 24 different franchises under our wing. So if you're in the market for new Porsche, Audi, BMW, I've got them. Used cars, we've got them. I've got probably almost, I think it was 1,400 used cars we choose from. We're in 3 different states. We do deliver, and I go out of my way. We actually did a deal looking for a McLaren for a guy yesterday, or was like a couple days ago. So, we do, I'll find cars for you. So if you're in the market, hit me up, no problem. Hit me up. I definitely want to earn your business. But anyway, what is going on in the automotive business today? Toyota talked about doing their solid state battery development, commercialization by 2027. What would that do? What is that? Why would they even talk about solid state batteries? Everyone's getting out of EV, right? Especially Toyota. They've been kind of late to the game, but solid state battery is basically way longer lasting, easier to charge. But they're talking about really getting it by 2027. It's not done yet. They want to, it would be a game changer if we can get that out. And Ford, on the other side, reducing EV production due to weaker demand, right? And, basically that just tells you there's a shift in the market, right? New administration, everyone was so gung-ho EV. Right now, the new administration is pulling the EV mandates. But, I did not love the EV mandate. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not think we're in a place to go 100% EV by any means, right? But I do like the cars. I mean, they're fun, right? You drive an EV car, they'll rip your neck right off, right? I mean, I've driven the Porsches, Porsche. I've driven the Porsche. I want to say the Taycans, the Audis. They are fun cars. They are super quick. I mean, literally, it's like a light switch. I mean, I never felt anything like it. Even the Teslas, they do that ludicrous mode and that launch mode. It's just, They are fun cars, right? But again, they have their place. I just don't think the world was ready to go fully EV. I mean, I think that was way premature from where we're at. We just don't have the grid for it yet, right? You know, One thing I like to do, and it helps me make trading decisions. I like to go over the liquidation data, right? What the liquidations look like, where the high levels liquidations are, where the money is, where is it that I like to call the liquidation lawnmower going to go if they're going right. So it looks like there's high level of liquidations probably on the at the $101,000 mark. You've got $107,000 range, so what's that do? It really increases when there's a lot of liquidations at those levels. It really increases the potential of volatility, right? So you'll notice, and it's kind of funny, we drop exactly to the liquidation levels, right? So if you have huge amount of money that's going to get liquidated at 97.705, somehow it will go to 97.703. Pow! Wipe everybody out and then bounce right back up. It's a miracle. It's amazing every time, right? So, cascading liquidations can amplify price movements too. So when they get liquidated, that also moves price. So a lot of stuff happening right now. I try to keep my eye on it. I'll show you some of the charts on that too. There's a couple places I look for that. I look at crypto quant on my liquidations, what we're seeing. But let's talk about what we're going to look for tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? How's it looking? So tomorrow we got the FOMC meeting outcome. That's going to impact Bitcoin. It'll impact altcoins. XRP's role. More details on the Ondo partnership. They're going to talk about it more. And automotive shifts, EV innovation, and product updates, right? I'll let you know what's going on there. But let's stay informed and engage. I have my thoughts on all of it right now. The Ondo and XRP thing is super bullish. I really feel like there's something there. I really do. Like, I don't know, sometimes you get a feeling. I really feel like XRP is more than it was. And I wasn't always in the XRP army. I'm going to tell you, I used to make fun of it a little bit. I'll tell people, I used to say, XRP is like the greatest stable coin. It's sat at 50 cents forever, right? I was like, hey, it's just not doing anything. And I was an early adopter in XRP. I got out when the SEC did the lawsuit. I bought back in during the lawsuit, and it took me forever to find it, right? So I was like, I didn't know where to get it. It was hard for me to get. I ended up getting it at Uphold, right? And I believe in Uphold. I'll talk to you about some of the places I trade. I actually was working on a Bitcoin explanation video, and I'm going to do a how to trade, where to trade video, because I know a lot of people are hitting me up. I get a lot of people asking me. But what else I was going to talk about a little bit? I told you guys about the Queen AI, right? I was telling you guys about the new language model that came out. It's on a Mo language, and Queen AI is made basically by Alibaba, and Queen's an advanced AI model designed for multi-model decision making, right? Utilizes deep learning and reinforcement learning to improve over time, enhances automation, personalization, and predictive analytics in various industries. And it's called a Mo model of AI. So, like I was telling you, all these good. There's multiple kinds of AI. You've got early stages of AI, which is really like on an open source AI, right? So that's really like I just program in words, and it'll respond to those prompts. It's not real AI. It's not really learning. It's not really engaging. It's doing is I put in a prompt. It sees that prompt, and you actually have to put in, like, if I think I misspelled the word, you actually have to put the misspelling in of the word. That's kind of, it's not really a learning model, but these large language models are true learning models. And so Mo takes it to the next level. So Mo, like I told you, is the mixture of experts model. It's an advanced AI framework. It uses multiple specialized submodels, experts, right, to process different tasks. It improves the efficiency of this deal by assigning tasks to the most relevant expert, right? So if you're the model that understands basically building in Python, you're gonna get assigned that task, and you're gonna do your job, and you're gonna send it back quicker, easier, using less resources than as if you're just like ChatGPT, which is more like an all-in-one. ChatGPT is still fantastic, but for scalability, it can do the job. It just takes a lot more power, right? Because it's doing everything, if that makes sense to you, right? So it also enhances accuracy and adaptability in complex decision making, right? Because again, it's only doing one thing, and these things are learning, and they're learning fast. I was playing with deep like I told you, DeepSeek, and it was pretty interesting, right? It was its capabilities. I mean, it's all over the internet, but its capabilities are pretty strong. I still have DeepSeek actually. I know they cut everyone off, unless you have a China phone number. But I actually, I had it a couple days prior to them doing anything. So I have it actually. I was playing with it on my phone today, right? It's a pretty intriguing deal, right? It's fast. I hope it was a wake up call for Silicon Valley. I'm sure we'll get some improvements on our side, but I don't really have much for you. The only other thing about Mo is it scales a lot better, and we're going to need help in these areas. So I hope you guys are bullish as I am on Bitcoin. It looks like Bitcoin's in a upward trend right now. I think it just broke through the 102 mark. I feel like we're still headed upward. We'll probably see that 103 again like we did yesterday. Have a blessed night, and let's keep it rocking.